So the most common question that I get is some variation of this question, more specifically in regards to the types of videos that I've been mostly making these past couple of years. With this video, I'm going to have a crack at answering this question. So I've been making short form video content on-off for well over a decade. It became an outlet for me to express my creativity, which began for me mucking around making silly videos on the defunct social media app Vine. Oh yes, I ordered a smartphone and you sent me a banana. You want to know how I called you from a banana? Well, that is a smartphone. That's about one of the only videos I'm comfortable sharing from that time. A lot of the content I used to make, I think, was really pushing the envelope in the pursuit of edgy jokes and offensive humor. But as I've gotten older and reflected on it, I just see a lot of it as immature and childish and downright insensitive. And that also comes with the evolution of the type of humor that I like now is probably very different to the type of humor that I was into back then. So I guess if you ever come across any of my old Vine videos, and they are out there, and you think, wow, this is nothing like the types of videos that you make now, you're absolutely right. I'm not going to stand by any of it. I'm more inclined to stand by the content that I've been making the last couple of years, because to me, this is the best content that I've produced the entire time that I've been making content on the internet. I was just naturally drawn to wanting to make video content when the opportunity presented itself, to where now I struggle to find myself being able to pull myself away from it. And then to answer the question, well, why did I start making videos commenting and critiquing a lot of alpha male red pill manosphere content? I've already been down the rabbit hole as a consumer of this type of content, and I didn't benefit from it at all. And it's very evident that it's clearly become a detriment to men in our society. But even worse, women having to be on the receiving end of all of this shit is just terrible. I couldn't tell you how I ended up in it if I just believed that I wasn't having success with women, and if I was also riddled with insecurity, had no self-worth, no self-esteem, no confidence, depressed, anxious, all of that lovely stuff. So I'm going to go to social media and look for answers, and down the rabbit hole I went. As we know with social media algorithms, you engage with one video, they're going to start sending you similar videos. And similar videos with similar messages and viewpoints and opinions and beliefs are being sent to you without being questioned or challenged. You're just absorbing it. And ending up in these echo chambers becomes a gradual thing. And in this echo chamber, you get a very negative outlook of having relationships with women, let alone women themselves. The message that I was getting was a woman will never love you. She's incapable of loving you. She will never care about you. She only cares about what she can get from you. Don't get married to women. Don't get into relationships with women. Don't get attached to women, because once you're attached, they'll take advantage of you, manipulate you, exploit you, and try and take all your money. They like to see you miserable. They like to see you struggling. They get a kick out of destroying your life. And then you're just absorbing this. You're not questioning it. You're not challenging it. Certainly not interacting with women, because I'm being told they can't be trusted. The only positive things that these men will say about women is what they get women to do for them, but also frame in a way that this is the natural state of women. This is what they actually want. This is what they respond to. You're doing them a favor by acting this way. Essentially, it is a blueprint to develop an avoidant attachment style. To be a malignant, controlling, selfish narcissist is the way of the masculine man. And what empathy is a man going to have engaging with women if he thinks they're all out to get him? So how did I find my way out of it? Well, again, it was gradual. Evidently, a lot of the advice is very external focused, which is, you have to get muscles and jacked, six-pack abs, make millions of dollars and have status, which I always struggled to find the motivation to pursue, because I didn't want to date women that were solely interested in me for those external reasons. But they're telling you that's all women are interested in. That's all that matters. They don't care about who you are as a person. Can you see how this rhetoric can lead men to feeling resentful towards women? When I quit drinking, I became socially isolated. I was probably consuming a lot of this content at the time where I didn't have a lot of friends. But now I've made plenty of friends over recent years. And strangely enough, I've met plenty of men who are in relationships with women, and they're not in bodybuilder shape, they don't have millions of dollars, and they're not celebrities. And perhaps then I eventually started asking the question, well, what kind of people are these alpha male red pill content creators? Do these guys even have the life that I want? The answer was no. Are these guys men that I aspire to be? The answer was no. Do I even like these guys? Would I be friends with these guys if I knew them in person? And the answer was no. So it got me thinking, no wonder they're so focused on the external stuff, because they clearly have no character of substance as people. Their only interest in women is getting sex and servitude from them. They purely view romantic relationships through a transactional lens, which again was not the type of romantic relationship that I wanted. I always clashed with the masculine, feminine, dominant, submissive stuff. I always thought that was crap, especially as I've analyzed this more and more, the more ridiculous and nonsensical a lot of this crap is. I like women that lift weights in the gym and have some muscle tone. I like going down on women. Those are things that have been repeatedly said. Real men don't like that, and real men don't do that. I then thought it's peculiar that these men waste all their time and energy on the internet complaining about women, yet they're so obsessed with wanting to date and get into relationships with them. If women are such an issue for you, find fulfillment somewhere else in your life, but they can't fucking do it. Also, my experience experiences with women in real life were never reflective of the way that these men described it would be. I opened myself up to platonic friendships with women, and that was an entire mind shift as well. And in the alpha male red pill space, they tell you not to be friends with women because if a woman isn't having sex with you, she is just wasting your time and attention. She's not actually your friend, she's just using you. But when you recognize as a man that you don't have to try and sleep with every single woman that you meet, that's when you're able to have friendships with women. And when you open yourself up to the perspectives of women and listen to their experiences dating men, in particular men who perhaps consume this type of content, now you get the full picture. And hearing other men talk about this stuff like Professor Chesko, Professor Neil and Sizer certainly made it more comfortable for me to step out of my shell and talk about it as well. And perhaps with my videos I can inspire other men to be comfortable enough to talk about this stuff as well. So hopefully that paints some of a picture. I mean, it is a pretty watered down version. I guess I was just a disenfranchised, disconnected, depressed, lonely, sad, insecure man. And I guess I stumbled down the wrong path to an echo chamber that validated how I felt, only to realize that they had no invested interest in trying to help me improve my situation. And I guess if I still have an underlying desire to hopefully get into a healthy, loving relationship with a woman someday, as I've clearly learned, women are not receptive to men who consume alpha male red pill content. Me making the content that I'm making now is me working towards becoming the man that I'm supposed to be and becoming the man that I want to be as well. And I guess the added bonus that's come with this content creation pursuit that I never expected was to get endless amounts of love and support from women all around the world for the content that I make. And I got to say, receiving that validation and approval from women is far more valuable than receiving any validation and approval from other loser men online who clearly don't like women. I would want nothing more for men and women to come together and be in happy, harmonious, healthy relationships together. But they have to be fair and balanced. I swallowed the red pill so you don't have to, and here's what I learned. It's a scam, it's a grift, it won't benefit your life, you won't have good relationships with women, so don't bother with it. You unplugged from the Matrix? How is that working out for you?